Welcome to Ken's Travels.
Whoa.
To ocean blue, every step's the dream come true. Canvas travel, living free around the world, just wait and see. Smiles and memories everywhere, lives and adventure.
Oh my God, all this dust out here.
Here we go.
Oh,
Every
freedom.
corner, stories grow. Enjoy the ride, enjoy the view. The world is waiting just for you.
Like your big sky so wide, Ken's on the move chasing sunrise. From city lights to ocean blue, every step's a dream come true. Cats traveling free, around the world just wait to see. Stars and memories everywhere, that's the adventure we all share. Passport ready, here we go. Every corner stories grow. Enjoy the ride, enjoy the view. The world is waiting just for you.
I arrived in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia from Saudi Arabia at 7 in the morning, and my Airbnb check-in time wasn't until 2 p.m. So I reached out to my tour guide. I initially wasn't scheduled to do this tour guide until the following day. However, I reached out and asked if they could pick me up from the airport, and then we immediately began our tour. I forgot to take video of the Airbnb, so I'm showing you some of the Airbnb now. After he picked me up, we went and got this breakfast here. It was a little bit hot, but it was cool. And then afterwards, he took me to get some coffee mixed with milk before we began our tour.
I told you. We only walked 2 minutes, and that's how. Well, baby.
All right, tell everybody your name, the tour guide company, and your social media feed.
Yeah, this is Gashao from Aspire Ethiopia Tours, and we are based in Addis Ababa but operates in all parts of Ethiopia.
And which social media?
Social media, we're on Facebook, Instagram. Yeah, that's it. That's where we are more active on.
And you said, what's the name of it again?
Aspire Ethiopia Tours.
Aspire Ethiopia.
Yeah, Facebook or Instagram.
And do you have like your own Instagram or just?
We operate with this one, with
Okay.
Aspire. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so tell us some reasons why somebody should come and visit Ethiopia. There's like a lot of misconceptions from things that they might have seen in National Geographic or
Yeah.
things of that nature. Tell them
Yeah,
how a lot
I've-
of that's not true and that like this is a beautiful place to visit.
Yeah, I've been doing this job for the last 7-8 years, and people who made it all the way to Ethiopia are very surprised with what they see here. That's why in our company we say Ethiopia is a nation beyond your imagination. The conception most people have is about Ethiopia being poor, being so much negativity, but Ethiopia is actually the most rich in terms of minerals and many other agriculture output. We are the birthplace of coffee. It's where it originated, and we are exporting to the international market. So 80%.
It's still going.
The 80% of Ethiopians live in the rural area doing. We can do this.
Okay.
Doing agriculture, which is the main economy of the country. So Ethiopia is really one place where everyone will be surprised by when they come here, because it's completely opposite to what they see in the internet or in other platforms.
And currently, right now, the United States has a level 3 travel advisory against coming here, saying reconsider travel. Can you explain why? I mean, obviously, there's danger everywhere. There's danger in the United States too, Chicago, Baltimore, etc. Why do you think that this still is a safe place to visit?
I mean, embassies have their own right to protect their citizens. They always say this. In Ethiopia, the last couple of years have been not safe, to be very frank, especially the northern part of the country. But I'm telling you, this has nothing to do with tourists. If you go to the very active war zone now, you're okay. You are not being affected by it 100%. But You know, when you go there, when you see a guy with a gun, you don't feel safe. That you don't feel safe. Even myself, but this has nothing to do with tourism. You say it's level 3, but it changes very fast. It may become better level very soon. But overall, it doesn't affect the tourism activity at all. Going to Lalibela, which is my birthplace, everyone goes there since the start of the war, the war, inbound war. But this has nothing to do with the tourists or tourism. Sometimes you never know, like you say, anything can happen anytime, anywhere. It's an unpredictable world. But generally speaking, the ongoing conflict in Ethiopia has nothing to do with the tourism.
And you can see just the beauty around us. This is, what is it, Entoto?
Entoto Mountain. We are in Entoto Mountain, which is only 5-10 minutes drive from the city center. But this is an absolute nature. This is about the highest point around the city, about 10,000 feet high. And now we are after rainy season, just in the end of our rainy season, but to see all the water flowing, we're going to have a lot of flowers coming in and coming out. It's a beautiful nature, but very close to the biggest city in Ethiopia.
And just want to say, if you come out here, book a tour with him. Like I said, he's from Lalibela, where I'm going to next with the Rockham churches. He also does the Danakil Depression. That's the area with like the salt mines and the volcano, where you get to literally sleep next to a volcano. And he also goes to the Oma Valley, where you get to meet all the different Ethiopian tribes. There's some people who even like spend the night with a tribe and everything. So he could take you anywhere all throughout Ethiopia. So if you're here, definitely book with him.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a beautiful country with land of extremes. We were talking about the mountains. We have the fourth highest mountain in the continent, compared with the lowest point on the planet. Danakil is one of the lowest point, minus 125 meters below sea level into 4,600 meters. So it's land of extreme. From high to low, we have cultures, untouched culture. We are not colonized, so we maintain our culture and history. It's the most authentic lifestyle you could ever see in this 21st century is in Ethiopia. Yeah, it's a beautiful country. If you ever come, we'll show you the authentic part.
And you said, why did they set these on fire again?
On the 28th of September, 27th, 9th of September, we have a ceremony called Maskar, which is a bonfire to celebrate the commemoration of the finding of the true cross, the cross on which Jesus Christ was crucified on. That cross was discovered by Queen Helena in the 4th century. So every year we go gather around to find the cross, the real cross on which Jesus was crucified on. So the discovery of the cross is a very big thing. So we celebrate that. In Ethiopia we have the cross. We have the cross in the northern part. In a very less touristic part of Ethiopia, that's where the cross, the real cross of Jesus is buried. It's kept now. It's kept in Ethiopia. But the first it was discovered in Israel, because after Jesus was crucified, the Jew, they don't want that cross, they buried it for a long time. And the queen had a vision. She had a vision of finding the cross, and she needed the expert advice from a monk who told her to make a big bonfire and put some incense, frank incense, on it, and then the smoke will lead where the true cross was. And that is how the cross was discovered. She did exactly the same, and the cross was discovered. That's why we celebrate every year the finding of the cross, Maskar. In Amharic, we call it Maskar.
The National Museum of Ethiopia consists of the country's cultural, historical, and archaeological treasures. It is also recognized for housing significant paleoanthropological exhibits. The permanent exhibition hall has 4 sections. They are paleoanthropology and prehistoric artifacts, prehistoric archaeology and modern Ethiopian history, traditional and modern Ethiopian works of art, and ethnographic collection exhibition.
Now we are the largest landlocked nation in Africa. We are landlocked. When you see the country, it's all mountains. 70% of African mountains are in Ethiopia. 70%. So it's all mountainous. We've got 14 UNESCO recognized sites. 14. That is the highest any country has in Africa. 14 of them. 4 of them, now 5 of them are ceremonies, annual ceremony. Like the one next week, I'm talking about the one next week. So So
Is that the bull jumping ceremony?
no, that one is in the ceremony of the tribes. There's some ethnic group that lives in the southern in Omo Valley. The people of Hamar, one ethnic group called Hamar people, exercise this bull jumping ceremony, which is a pre-marriage. Every young boy has to jump that to be ready to be married. After he's jumped, he's ready. Then he starts to look for his new partner all the way. So they say that in Chad, several million years ago in Chad, the first human-related skeleton was managed to recover. But it was only a very small piece of the skull. So it's not easy to make a conclusion. It was not easy to make a conclusion. So they kept on studying. Libya, South Africa, Egypt, all claimed to be the source of human ancestry. But the one in Ethiopia is the most complete. 1974, the discovery of Lucy changed the dynamics of the archaeological studies next to Lake Tana. He was very visionary. He was the most visionary king. But some of his decisions were not going as planned because, for example, he had a connection with Great Britain. They say where he sent a letter to Queen Victoria asking her to send him some skilled manpower so they would come here and teach his people how to go forward, modernization. But there was no reply from the Queen. And that annoyed him and arrested the British missionaries who were here, who refused to make a gun. But he forces them to make a gun that eventually was only shot twice and stopped. It was badly made gun. But then the Queen sent all her troops to fight with him in a battlefield where she ordered not to kill the king, but to bring him as a captive to England. She ordered that, which would be a national shame for Ethiopia. If your king goes to England, it would mean official colonization. So eventually, in the battlefield, when he sees that he's losing the battle, he suicided himself. He killed himself not to go as a captive, which is seen as a brave act by most Ethiopians now.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's unfortunate end to his life, but he was the most visionary king of Ethiopia. Original items from him, some of the materials that he used in the battlefield.
So is that kind of like sacrificing yourself for your country?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one way of showing your patriotism.
Okay.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like a black Jesus.
King Theodorus.
Lucy is the most complete fossil of an early human ancestor found at the time of her discovery in 1974 and is approximately 3.2 million years old. Her discovery profoundly impacted public understanding of human evolution, demonstrating that Africa is the cradle of humankind.
She was a teenage between 12 to 18 years old, and she is only 1.1 meters tall. As much as possible because they travel very far.
Mercato is the largest open-air market in Africa, covering several square miles and employing an estimated 13,000 people. As per 2024, it is one of the most popular tourist icons for Addis Ababa Day Tour, given its size. The main activities in Mercato is for the local experience. Although it is the largest African open market, it is not a shopping place for tourists. While some sessions such as coffee, spicy, and local snacks booths may be relevant to tourists, most of sessions of Mercato are for wholesales, including scrap metal recycling session, furniture session, and home electronics appliance session.
I'm just surprised you ain't lost your mind. Like, this is complete chaos. Like,
Yeah, zoom it out so you see all. Yeah.
Man, Mercato Market. So this was part of the tour that I took immediately after I left from the airport. Like I said, we went to Entoto Mountain, went to get breakfast, got that coffee with the milk in it. Then we went here. Man, this market is absolutely crazy. So like, I've been to a couple markets before. I've been to, especially like the one in Marrakesh, Morocco. Now that's another market that's absolutely crazy. But when I had went through, it was like during Ramadan. So it wasn't quite as busy as it normally would have been, they said. But that was crazy too. But nothing, no market that I ever been to compares to this. This is on a whole nother level here, y'all. I mean, this thing stuff goes on for miles. It's street after street. It's side street after side street. It is complete and utter chaos. And, you know, we drove through it, went through it. I mean, nothing can prepare you for some of the sights and some of the things that you'll see. Like I said, I mean, obviously you see like some of the animals, the donkeys walking through, and you see all these people carrying different stuff like on their shoulders, on their heads, heavy things, and balancing it and walking through all of this. It was just crazy, y'all. And I give my driver all the credit in the world because I mean he's driving through all of this stuff and just had the patience of a monk. Because there's no way I would ever be able to have the patience to be able to drive through something like this with all of these people. Every minute you got to stop and slow down and go like 2 miles per hour, honk your horn, etc. Like I said, they sell a variety of things, whether it's foods, whether it's spices, whether it's items. And then another part that you'll see here, they even have like a bunch of recyclables and things like ceilings stacked way high up in the air. I don't even know how they got that stuff up there. Like, was it with a crane or... It's just crazy. Like, I mean, like I said, nothing can prepare you for this market at all whatsoever. Now, one of the disappointments I will say is that I didn't get out of the car to actually walk around. At some point, the driver did offer that, but we were already like driving through the middle of the crowd. I'm like, where are we going to go? Where are we going to park? So it kind of didn't make any sense at that point. But I really do wish that we would have gotten out and walking around because like just going through the car, it is almost like a little bit too safe. I would have liked to go out there and interact and use like my 360 camera so I could have got the full immersion of all of it, the forward and back and everything else. Now, part of it is one of the things they say to watch out for in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, is that sometimes people or groups of 3 or 4 will come and try to like distract you, and then somebody will try to take your phone. So like while I was in the car, I bought this thing off of Amazon where you stick it inside of your phone case, and then it's a cord and it comes out and it wraps around your wrist. So if anybody tried to take my phone, they was going to take me with it because it's attached to my arm. I did hear somebody when they were walking by, they was like, iPhone. And at that point, I kind of like put my phone down for a minute just in case they tried to snatch it out of the car, because if they trying to yank my arm out of the window and I'm in the car, like that wouldn't have been a good look. But again, I really do wish that I would have gotten out of the car and walked around, because like I would have just loved to have been in the full immersion of it all, of all the chaos. And you just can't replicate that by being inside of a car.
Tomoca Coffee is a family-owned company founded in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia in 1953.
Very bitter, no? Strong. How is it? Okay.
It's all right. It's all right.
After that, they say if the coffee is good enough, that it's hot. In Ethiopia, we say coffee and love are better when hot. Yeah, very hot.
It's all right. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as it was.
But I'm getting this, wait. Yeah, give me that.
So which one do you like better, this one or the one from earlier?
No, I like this one. Obviously, it's much better quality here, but it's expensive. This is expensive, plus it's now become a rich man thing. It's a
So it's more expensive?
Yeah, this is expensive.
So I take it that's the favorite? That's the favorite?
Yeah, it seems everybody's favorite, you know. If you are very coffee addicted, you take it like this, like a real man. Real man take it strong coffee.
But you said there's one that's stronger than this.
No, this is stronger.
This is stronger.
Yeah. But in a different shop, maybe you have stronger than this, but this is the strongest in this house. That's good,
Right.
man. That's good, man. You got it.
All right, first up on the food tour, I made Injera. Now, this is actually the second time in which I made Injera. You'll see that in the next episode when I did it during the cooking class. But this lady here, she makes 3,000 Injera breads per day. And I tried to mimic how she did it, and it was a disaster. I didn't get it all in a pan. I spilled some on the floor. I just didn't do a good job at all. And here they're showing you how they actually make some of the Injera and the ingredients, and they put them in these big pans here. I'm waiting for a delayed response. So you said this is called what?
Gomen. We call it gomen in Amharic.
Gomen?
Gomen, yeah. But this is collard green.
Oh, okay. And you said what type of beef?
Ox.
Ox. Ooh, shit.
የቀረጸ ነው እንጂ That's the bone.
That was the bone?
Yeah.
There's meat on it, right? Okay. I can't eat that with that, right?
This is how you do it. Losing off on the bone.
At the bone.
How's it?
It's cool. So you don't get tired of going to this food tour and eating the same thing over and over?
You get tired, but it's like, as I told you, it's once a week or twice a week.
Do you switch it up sometimes? Just to...
Yeah, but we sometimes switch it up.
We're gonna have to get y'all to America to visit.
To visit?
Mm-hmm. Now, does it help if you know somebody in America?
Yeah.
It does? Okay. So do you know anybody, or you can say like, you know me?
Yeah, I know people who live in there.
Okay. If you go, where would you want to go to?
I want to see New York because everybody talks.
says
Yeah,
New York.
everybody says New York. So I just want to take a look of New York.
New York, wow, man. What about you? I think I asked you. What state in the U.S.? Did you say Chicago? No?
Vegas, man. Las Vegas.
Las Vegas?
Yeah.
So you're a gambler?
He's a gambler.
You should be gambling on sports or...
I'm still surprised about the lady.
What?
I'm still surprised because of the lady in the Bralibanos.
Oh,
She said 6,000 for one spaghetti.
man,
Here in the Bralibanos, you can buy a whole lamb with like 6,000 there.
and I knew it wasn't right because literally the night before I was able to withdraw some money and I withdrew exactly 6,000. So I knew how much it was.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, come on, man.
The one spaghetti is about like less $1. Maximum is $1.
I know they'd be thinking, stupid tourists. Or I was showing some of the pictures and videos to my aunt of like Injera with the food. So it's like, that looks nasty. And I was like, all it is just some bread and they just put the toppings underneath. Like, you know a burrito? They wrap the burrito up. This is just without it being wrapped. You know what I'm saying? She don't know. She don't know what she's missing.
Like, it's literally burrito. The difference is
spice just got caught in my throat, man. Oh wait, he is getting one?
you.
No, there's 3.
He's getting one.
Alright, trying honey wine for the first time. This is like a tradition in Ethiopia, I guess. What's in it? Alright, you said what does it say?
This is the name of the house. This is the name of the restaurant, and it says Tobia. These are the Amharic alphabets. And then the bottom it says Taj. Taj is the name of the drink, and this is how you write Taj in Amharic.
Alright, you said this is orange juice.
Well, this is called the brille. It's a rounded glass. We call this brille. Have a specific name for this. We call it brille. It's a rounded glass like this, and we drink the honey wine pouring inside this glass. And the honey wine is a beloved special drink in Ethiopia. It's made by honey, fermented honey, and it's a special drink.
So this will get me drunk?
Yeah, it's fermented from honey, water, and there is a beloved leaf called the geisho. It's fermented from geisho.
Alright, here we are at the world-renowned and famous restaurant that all the tourists go to when they come to Addis Ababa. It's basically a place where you can get food and drinks and live entertainment. There's a couple performances throughout the night and day. I think it all starts at 7 and then it just carries on throughout the night. Basically, some of the performances, they do different things from all the different regions of Ethiopia, so you get a little bit of everything and a different vibe from each area. The place was pretty cool. Some people consider it a tourist trap, but I actually enjoyed myself, and I kind of wanted to stay longer, but we were like jumping from place to place doing the bar hopping that night. One thing I will say, and I agree with the fellas, was that that first place that we went to earlier in the video, and we got the honey wine, that honey wine was great. It was strong, it was great, but the honey wine at this restaurant was not good. And they had forewarned me. We got it anyway. It was too sweet, and I'm not gonna lie, I actually started feeling a little bit nauseous and sick after I drank it there. So I would not recommend the honey wine from this restaurant. And I keep saying this restaurant because I don't want to butcher the name, so I'm gonna try to avoid trying to say the name. Now, with that said, during my trip and stay in Ethiopia, this is one of my favorite places now, and the reason is, like, when I go on a trip, I don't necessarily have to be on the beach. I don't have to have anything fancy or anything. I mean, but there's a time and a place for that too. But what I like about Ethiopia is like the culture, the vibes, the food. I like the sacrifices. I like even the struggles that they have and everything. Like it's real, it's genuine, it's authentic versus some other places that you'll see in a forthcoming video that I didn't really like all that much at all. But I'm not going to divulge what that is just yet, or where that is just yet. But yeah, like Ethiopia is just like authentic, it's raw and it's real, and it might not necessarily be the most glamorous place on the planet, but it's not the worst place like people try to make it out to be either. The people are very humble and friendly and kind and generous. Yeah, I mean, some people are trying to get over on you and try to run game or run scams, but you don't get that anywhere. But any and all, like the heart and soul of Ethiopia is like unmatched, unlike practically anywhere else that I've ever been. All right, this is the part where we started bar hopping a little bit. This was one of the tour guide's favorite spots. Said he comes here and watches the soccer games, and it really gets lit. It was kind of empty when we came, but a crowd started to come once we went to leave. Here, this place here, this was actually my favorite bar of the night. I like the ambiance. I like going upstairs, chilling up in the cut. Looks like it gets real lit here. Of course, we were ending the day of the tours at midnight, so didn't get to stay. This was my actually first time ever trying hookah. I never tried it before. I know if my dad's watching this video, he's not going to be too happy about this, but I can hear him now. Son, you're not supposed to be smoking that type of stuff, especially while you're in another country. It could be unsafe and they could do anything to it. And he's probably right, but I just was living life and enjoying myself, and thankfully nothing bad happened, and it was cool. I'd also like to say that no one else did the hookah but me, all by myself. Yep. And so anyway, like I said, that was cool. This was a great nightlife out. If anybody goes to Addis, I definitely would suggest that you book with these guys. They can show you places that you wouldn't find on your own, and you will have a great time and enjoy yourself. All right, guys, so in the next episode, it's going to continue part 2 of Addis Ababa. I know in the previous episode, I said that we were going to take that cooking class. We still are in part 2. And we're also going to visit the city of Debre Libanos, Ethiopia as well. Got some beautiful scenery things going on there. Something else I'd also like to mention too is like this makes my 4th African country that I've been to. Been to Morocco, been to South Africa, been to Egypt, and been to Ethiopia. Like, man, I beg all of y'all. I know a lot of y'all like to go vacation other places and stuff like that, but like come back to the motherland and get to know your roots and get to know your history and your ancestry and everything else like that. I'm telling you, it's just an amazing experience when you come to Africa. Like, I love it. I have a sick fascination with Africa right now, and I want to continue to visit as much as I can. Until the next episode, peace.